Ojukwu is a criminal who tried to establish Igbo supremacy over other people of the old Eastern region, the Midwest region, and as far as to the people of the Western region. His crossing through Onitsha River via Midwest region as far as to Ore before he was stopped, we confirm all that Ojukwu was actually trying to establish Igbo supremacy and dominance over other ethnic groups. Now, before I continue, my name is Daddy Mike. I want to explain the Aburi Accord, because each time you discuss with an average Igbo man who is not even educated at all, he will try to refer to Aburi Accord, Aburi Accord. Now, what was that Aburi Accord? In January 16, 1966, there was an Igbo-led coup which eliminated the leaders of the Northern Protectorate, Western region, a prominent leader, Festus Okotiebo, who was the finance minister from Midwest region, and other leaders, top leaders of other ethnic extracts, leaving Igbos out of it. No Igbo was eliminated. That was it. Then after that, there was a counter coup on the 29th of July 1966, which saw Nigeria going without leadership for 3 days before on the 1st of August 1966, Gowon was assumed the position of leadership. After that, Ojukwu sprang up and began to impose the Igbo supremacy on other ethnic groups and other regions, which did not go well with the then Ahmadu Bello, who was in charge of the Northern Protectorate. Before then, Azikiwe have succeeded in planting Igbos in all the top public offices in Nigeria, even as far as to the military and the forces. When Ahmadu Bello saw this, he insisted that there should be equal distribution of every ethnic group in all the public offices, the military and the police force. When Ojukwu saw this, that Ahmadu Bello have pinpointed this, then what did he do? Because he knew that the first oil field had been discovered in Olo Ibiri, he decided to engage into war. And this was why. And that was why Ojukwu was bent on forcing Nigeria into a civil war. Remember that earlier, Azikiwe, who was an Igbo man, the first president of Nigeria, brought tribalism. He is the sole originator of tribalism in Nigeria. How? All the public federal offices were being occupied by people of Igbo extract. The military, the police force, and all the permanent federal secretaries, all the top officials in all the federal ministries were being saturated by the Igbo people. And this was the handwork of the grandfather of tribalism, Azikiwe. Ojukwu, capitalizing on this was why he felt that he could execute Igbo supremacy over all other ethnic groups. Nigeria was moving in a good order. We were having 4 regions as at this time. These 4 regions were the Northern region, the Western region, the Eastern region, and the Midwestern region. Each and every region have to control its resources. But Ojukwu was the kind of person who was having another thing, another intent at the bottom of his heart, trying to dominate all other ethnic groups, trying to confiscate the mineral resources of every other ethnic group or region to the betterness of the Igbo person and himself alone. This was why he was not satisfied. When the other regions saw the move of Ojukwu, that Ojukwu was not cooperating with the rules of regional government, then they tried to maintain peace because they didn't want to lead Nigeria into a civil war. They now called for a peace accord, including the then head of state, Lieutenant Colonel Gowon was the head of state then. When they called for a peace accord, Ojukwu said that it was not safe for him to move out of the eastern region to another place for a peace accord. And when the Northerners also look at this, what did they do? They decided that Gowon cannot also go to the eastern region for a peace accord. Because for Ojukwu to say this, meaning that Ojukwu was having a deeper intent. So, therefore, they sorted for a venue out of Nigeria. And that is why the Ghana government gave them the opportunity to have this accord at Aburi in Ghana. So the community where they had the accord was Aburi. And this accord was held on the 4th to 5th of January 1967. The people in attendance were the then head of state, Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon, and the military governors of the 4 regions, Hassan Usman Katsina of the northern region, Robert Adenika Adebayo of the western region, David Akbode Ejo of the midwestern region, and Chukwemeka Ojukwu of the eastern region. While they were going for this accord, the other regions, the other 3 regions, including the then head of state, Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon, they went in the spirit of brotherlyhood, believing that they just wanted to maintain peace and come back. But guess what? Ojukwu went with a team of lawyers, a team of secretaries, and wrote a proposal that favored him in order for him to execute the Igbo supremacy, and at the same time for the Igbos to occupy all the public offices as usual. But remember to ask that the military of Hausa extract should evacuate the eastern region, and go on as well ask that the eastern people who are also military in the northern region will also return to the eastern region. When they return, Gowon did this. He evacuated the whole Hausa military personnel that have been posted to the eastern region before, and also returned the eastern region military to the eastern region. But Ojukwu said no, that he wanted the Igbos to continue to occupy the public offices and continue to occupy all the top military positions, which the northern leaders now said no, that north is for northerners, eastern region is for eastern region people, midwestern region for midwestern region people, western region for western region people. And Ojukwu decided not to agree. What did he do? He decided to engage Nigeria into a war. And as a proof, you will see that when he have declared Biafra in the eastern region, he proceeded to the midwestern region and passed to Ore, moving to Lagos to go and capture Lagos because of the seaport. So the purpose of the war was just greed and nothing more. He was greedy. He wanted everything for himself and people of the Igbos alone. So if you are somebody of another ethnic group, that the Igbos that believe in Biafra are telling about Biafra, that you should join them in Biafra, Biafra is not for you. Biafra is solely for Igbo supremacy. Biafra is solely to hijack what belongs to your region for them to better their own region. their dry region for them to better their pockets. Before you do any accord with an Igbo Biafra person, please watch well. If you don't understand what is written, don't just take it like that. Please get an interpretation. It does not mean that you are not educated. Language is not something somebody must understand. You may understand Hausa better. You may understand your language better. You may understand French better, but you may not understand English better. You may understand English better. You may not understand Dutch better. This is what language stands for. So this is what I have to tell you. Ojukwu led Nigeria into war because of greed and because of supremacy agenda of the Igbos. And remember, I said, Azikiwe is the father of tribalism by planting Igbos in all the top positions. And for Ahmadu Bello to ask that North is for Northern people, that is how it should be. Your state is for your state people. The government offices is for the people of that state first. And it is true. That is why Trump always say, Americans first in America. And it is not a wrong thing. They repair their country. What they have, they must use it to satisfy their people first. So it should be in our states as well. Thank you. If you like this video, please follow me and share this video so that it will go viral to those people who don't understand what the agenda of Biafra means. Thank you very much.